pack your bags, grab your passports, and get ready to feel like a couch potato, because today, we're taking you on a whirlwind tour of the animal kingdom's most epic journeys, featuring critters who redefine the meaning of a long commute. Number 10. Caribou. Caribou, or as we like to call them, the original Arctic nomads. These guys have been hoofing it across the frozen tundra for so long, they practically have a frequent flyer card with the North Pole Airlines. Imagine trekking up to 3,000 miles just to get a bite of fresh grass and some peace and quiet from the hungry wolves snapping at your heels. Talk about commitment. Whether crossing icy rivers or trudging through snow as thick as Santa's beard, these reindeer make sure they're never late for their annual trip. Move over, Rudolph, the real champions of Christmas travel are here. Number 9. Monarch Butterfly. Monarch Butterfly, a tiny flyer with a giant dream. Picture this, a creature so delicate it could be blown away by a sneeze, yet it decides to take on a 3,000-mile road trip from Canada to Mexico. And, get this, it does it all on an empty stomach with wings that look like they were borrowed from a stained glass window. Monarchs navigate like pros, zigzagging through storms, dodging birds, and staying out of the way of every bug-eating critter in North America. They're the true road warriors of the insect world. And if you think one butterfly can't do it all, don't worry, they just hand off the baton to the next generation and keep the relay going. Number 8. Humpback Whale. Humpback Whale, the heavyweight champion of migration. Imagine a 40-ton opera singer deciding to swim from the frigid waters of the Arctic to the tropical beaches of Hawaii without a single pit stop for krill sushi. These guys make a 5,000-mile journey look like a casual Sunday swim. And they do it while singing complex songs that would make Adele jealous, dodging orcas and tankers like they're playing an extreme game of Marco Polo. Their motto? No food, no problem. Because when you're built like a luxury submarine with a built-in blubber pantry, you can afford to skip a few meals. Number 7. BartTailed Godwit. BartTailed Godwit, the avian equivalent of an ultramarathoner on Red Bull. This little bird holds the world record for the longest non-stop flight, over 7,000 miles from Alaska to New Zealand. That's right, no layovers, no in-flight meals, not even a bathroom break. The Godwit flies straight through, powered by some magical cocktail of determination, instinct, and sheer stubbornness. It shrinks its internal organs to lighten the load and catches a tailwind to speed up. It's basically the Elon Musk of the bird world, constantly pushing the limits of what's possible. Number 6. Dragonfly. Globe skimmer dragonfly, a creature so small you might mistake it for a colorful speck in your windshield, but this speck is taking on the world. Covering up to 11,000 miles round trip, it's like the Tom Cruise of the insect kingdom, always on a mission. It crosses the Indian Ocean, using wind currents like they're its personal jet stream, and if you think the skies are rough, imagine navigating a monsoon with wings that are basically fancy lace. The globe skimmer proves that even the smallest adventurers can take on the mightiest of challenges. Number 5. Northern elephant seal. Northern elephant seal, the deep-sea diver of the migration world. These ocean-bound explorers travel up to 13,000 miles in search of the perfect seafood buffet. They dive deeper than a politician's promises and stay down longer than a suspense novel cliffhanger. Imagine migrating from California to the North Pacific with the casual ease of a tourist, but plunging thousands of feet down to snag a squid or two. It's like a non-stop marathon mixed with an extreme deep-sea scavenger hunt. Who knew seals had such a taste for adventure? Number 4. Leatherback Sea Turtle. Leatherback Sea Turtle, the world's oldest, coolest marathon swimmer. This ancient mariner has been paddling the 7 seas since dinosaurs roamed the earth, and it shows no signs of slowing down. We're talking about a creature that can cross entire oceans, up to 16,000 miles round trip, just to lay its eggs on the exact beach where it hatched. It's like the world's slowest, most determined homing pigeon, using the magnetic field like a personal GPS. If you think jet lag is bad, try turtle lag after 10,000 miles in the cold Atlantic. Number 3. Sui Shearwater. The Sui Shearwater, a bird so hardcore it looks at the globe and says, "I'll take the long way, thanks." These feathered daredevils clock up to 40,000 miles in a single year, flying from New Zealand to Alaska and back. They've mastered dynamic soaring, riding the wind like surfers catching a gnarly wave, turning their journey into a non-stop extreme sport. With their aerodynamic bodies and fearless attitudes, they laugh in the face of storms and predators. You think you've got wanderlust? The Sui Shearwater just called your bluff. Number 2. Gray Whale. The gray whale, nature's true long-distance swimmer. These oceanic giants travel 14,000 miles round trip, from the freezing waters of the Arctic to the warm lagoons of Baja California, for a little sun, romance, and baby-making. They dodge orcas, navigate through shipping lanes, and still find time to spy hop and people-watch along the way. Think of it as the longest, most scenic route on any mammal's GPS. It's a migration filled with heart, determination, and a whole lot of barnacles. Number 1. Arctic Tern. The reigning champion is the Arctic Tern, the undisputed king of migration. This bird has the audacity to chase endless summer, flying up to 44,000 miles every year from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back. It's like the ultimate snowbird, except instead of Florida, it opts for the South Pole. Guided by the stars, the sun, and a bit of sheer stubbornness, it navigates more miles than any other animal on Earth. Think of the Arctic Tern as the overachiever of the bird world. It just doesn't know when to stop. Or maybe it just really hates winter. So, there you have it, 10 incredible animals who redefine the limits of travel, proving that the best journeys aren't measured in miles, but in the sheer awesomeness of their tails. Now, who's ready to start planning their next big adventure?